Motocross isn't just a sport, it's a high-flying, death-defying battle against gravity, speed, and sometimes fate itself. The roar of the engines, the thrill of mid-air tricks, and the bone-rattling landings make it a spectacle unlike any other. But behind the glory lies a darker reality, one where a single miscalculation can turn a routine jump into a life-altering disaster. Some crashes have been so brutal, so unforgettable, that they forced the entire sport to change. These are the crashes that rewrote motocross history. 5 moments that shook the world and left riders, fans, and the industry forever altered. Number 5. The 2025 Valencia Mall incident, a stark reminder of risks. Picture this: a quiet Saturday afternoon at the town center mall in Valencia, California. Families shopping, kids licking ice cream cones, and store clerks lazily scrolling through their phones. Suddenly, the hum of a distant engine shatters the calm. Within seconds, a pack of teenagers on dirt bikes comes roaring through the food court, like a scene ripped straight out of a Fast and Furious movie. Tables flip, drinks spill, and confused shoppers dive for cover as the riders pop wheelies past the Gucci store, aiming for viral fame. What started as a reckless stunt quickly turned into a nightmare. One 14-year-old rider, perhaps overwhelmed by the chaos, lost control near a set of escalators, slamming into a glass railing at high speed. The impact was brutal. Bystanders gasped in horror as the scene unfolded. His dirt bike skidded across the tile floor, crashing into a storefront, while panicked mall security scrambled to contain the mayhem. 4. Chad Reed's 2011 Millville incident, the spectacular survival. Imagine soaring through the air on a dirt bike, the crowd roaring, the championship within your grasp, only for gravity to turn against you in the worst possible way. That's exactly what happened to Chad Reed, one of motocross's most celebrated legends, on July 16, 2011, at the Spring Creek National in Millville, Minnesota. Leading the pack, Reed approached a monstrous jump with the confidence of a seasoned pro, but in a split second, things spiraled out of control. Mid-air, he lost grip, his bike twisted beneath him, and suddenly, he was free-falling. A helpless 30-foot plunge straight to the hard-packed dirt. The crowd gasped. Commentators went silent. Spectators held their breath, certain they had just witnessed a career-ending, or worse, life-ending crash. Reed's body cartwheeled violently across the track, the impact sending a dust cloud sky-high. Medical crews rushed forward, expecting the worst. But just when it seemed like the day was over, Reed did the unthinkable. He got up. Not only did he stand, but with the sheer determination of a warrior, he remounted his bike and kept racing. It wasn't just a moment of resilience, it was a superhuman display of toughness that instantly became motocross legend. Reed still managed to finish 14th, proving that neither gravity nor a near-fatal crash could keep him down. The incident became a turning point in motocross safety discussions, reinforcing the importance of advanced protective gear that likely saved Reed from severe injury, or worse. His crash was a testament to the spirit of motocross athletes, tough, relentless, and willing to push beyond human limits. Fans still talk about that day, not just as a near tragedy, but as a moment that solidified Chad Reed's status as one of the toughest riders in motocross history. 3. James Stewart's 2006 High Point crash, the importance of protective gear. James "Bubba" Stewart was no ordinary rider. He was a revolutionary force in motocross, redefining speed and style with his unmatched aggression on the track. But at the 2006 High Point National in Mount Morris, Pennsylvania, even a legend wasn't immune to the sport's unforgiving nature. Leading the race with his signature all-or-nothing approach, Stewart lined up for a massive jump. But in an instant, everything went wrong. A slight miscalculation sent him flying off balance, and instead of landing smoothly, he was launched into a violent mid-air twist, ejected from his bike like a rag doll. The crowd gasped, watching in horror as his body slammed into the dirt at high speed. It was the kind of crash that could end careers, or worse. But then, against all odds, Stewart stood up, dusted himself off, and walked away with only minor injuries. The secret? Top-tier protective gear. His advanced helmet, neck brace, and body armor absorbed most of the impact, saving him from what could have been a catastrophic outcome. Manufacturers took note, ramping up innovations in safety technology to better protect riders. 2. Doug Henry's 1995 Budds Creek accident, a leap towards safety. Motocross is all about pushing limits, but on June 18, 1995, Doug Henry pushed past the brink of survival. Competing at Budds Creek Motocross Park in Maryland, Henry was a man on a mission, battling fiercely aboard his Honda CR 250R. But as he approached a steep uphill jump, disaster struck. A split-second miscalculation sent him rocketing nearly 70 feet into the air, far higher than intended. For a terrifying moment, time stood still. Spectators gasped, their eyes glued to the airborne rider, knowing that what goes up must come down. And in Henry's case, it was a brutal, career-altering descent. He crashed violently, his body slamming into the hard-packed track like a ragdoll. Medical crews rushed in, fearing the worst. A broken back would have ended most careers, but Henry wasn't like most riders. His iron will saw him not only recover, but return to the sport, eventually becoming a champion again. His crash forced the industry to rethink safety, leading to revised track designs, better protective gear, and stricter jump regulations. Doug Henry's story isn't just about a crash, it's about survival, resilience, and rewriting the limits of motocross. 1. The 1982 Panka City tragedy, the darkest day in motocross. August 1, 1982, should have been another day of high-octane racing and rising stars at the NMA Grand National Motocross Championships in Panka City, Oklahoma. Instead, it became a day etched in tragedy, a moment that would haunt the motocross community forever. Bruce Bunch, 16, Rick Hem, 16, and Kyle Fleming, 13, were three young riders with promising futures, already turning heads with their skill and determination. But after an intense day on the track, fate took a cruel turn. As they set out for a post-race meal with Oakley rep Dana Duke, their vehicle collided with a train at a railroad crossing near the track. The impact was devastating. Bunch and Fleming died instantly, while Hemi fought for his life before succumbing to his injuries days later. Duke miraculously survived, but the emotional scars ran deep. If you love the adrenaline, the history, and the insane resilience of these riders, smash that like button and let us know in the comments which crash left you speechless. Don't forget to subscribe for more jaw-dropping stories from the world of extreme sports, because trust me, you don't want to miss what's coming next.